And welcome on into another episode of Sports Live in the 215. I'm your host, Connor Okuda, here to discuss the Eagles and Jaguars game on Sunday. The Jaguars are coming into Philly, being coached by our old friend Dougie P. And at 2-6, the Jags are really hoping to get their season turned around. And going back to last year, Dougie P's been on the hot seat so much following their collapse after a 6-2 start. He's been on the hot seat so much his butt is practically suffering from third degree. His butt's practically suffering from third-degree burns. So hopefully the Eagles can send him on the way to the unemployment line. I think a big key in this matchup for the Eagles, and I'll expand on this in my quick hit episode tomorrow. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Hold on. A big key for the Eagles is to really just start fast, which is something that they have not been able to do since the Week 17 game against the Cardinals last year. That was the last time the Eagles scored in the first quarter. So it's coming up on almost a year since the Eagles have gotten any points in the opening quarter. So that would be a huge sign of progress for an offense that has started to kind of round into form in quarters 2 through 4. So if we can really establish the running game and then have play action shots to AJ and Devontae, working off of that play action, that would be huge for the Eagles. Jordan Mailata, of course, is still out with. Let me just confirm what his ailment is. Give me 1 second. It doesn't say on here. Hold on. How did Jordan Mailata get injured? My fault. He had hurt his hamstring in the Giants game. I can't believe I forgot that. I apologize. That's on me right there. Yeah, he hurt his hamstring, so I believe Fred Johnson will be taking his place at left tackle. So another another offensive line injury for the Eagles that really that unit has really played well for off and on for pretty much the last decade, the last like 11 years since Jeff Stoutland came into the Eagles. So um, he'll he'll probably be going against Josh Hines Allen, and Lane Johnson will get the matchup with a guy who the Eagles could potentially look to trade for, Trayvon Walker. And I think another huge point of emphasis for the Eagles is not excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm struggling today. Another huge point of emphasis for the Eagles is not turning the ball over. The Eagles offense has done a tremendous job with limiting turnovers over the past 3 weeks. With Jalen Hurts and the offense, I don't believe having a single turnover in that span. So if they can keep that up, this would be huge. Another big key for the game is stopping the Jags on first down. The Jaguars will be without star running back Travis Etienne. So if you can force this Jaguars team to pass the football, they'll they what am I trying to say? They could struggle. There we go. And it's important. It's important to get them in what they call known pass situations, which I would consider to be 3rd and 6 plus. So 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, so on and so forth. And the Jags' top 2 receivers are also out. Yes, in the hold on 1 second here. 2, and let me just check that. Here we go. Give me 1 second. Yep. Hold on. Where was I? I believe we were talking about the Jaguars injury report. So let me just close this pop up right here. And the Jaguars will be without running back Tank Bigsby, offensive lineman Ezra Cleveland, or actually Bigsby was designated as questionable, and Ezra Cleveland will be out, and our the our old friend Ronald Darby, that's still undecided whether he'll play or not. And then Gabe Davis, he'll be questionable to play. The Jags' other running back, Travis Etienne, is also questionable. And offensive lineman Brandon Sheriff is questionable, and defensive tackle Mason Smith will be out on Sunday, and wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr. will be questionable, and the Jags will be down another running back is Kaline Robinson will be questionable with a toe injury, but it does not look like he's going to play. And Christian Kirk, the Jaguars' #1 receiver, will be out with a broken collarbone. For the Eagles, their injury report is Mekhi Becton. He has a concussion. He was a full participant in practice on Friday. And Jalen Carter has a shoulder injury. He was also a full participant. Landon Dickerson, full participant. Dallas Goedert is still out with his hamstring injury. Albert O was a full participant. The reason he would not play was because of an abdomen injury, and Darius Slay hurt his groin. He will be out, and Devontae Smith did not practice on Friday. However, it is still unspecified whether he will play or not. So, hold on, let me fix something else here, because something else happened. So let me scroll up. Both teams have a lot of injuries on both sides. So for me, a big key to avoid the trap game is get ahead early and let your pass rushers go to work once you get the Jags in known pass, because they will be down 2 offensive linemen, 2 of their starting receivers, 2 running backs. They've just had a rash of injuries. I definitely do feel so bad about that for Dougie P, because he's a good coach, and it just hasn't really worked out for the Jags this year. One thing I want the viewers of this podcast to do is email me or get into contact with me on Twitter and Instagram at sportslive215 on both those social media sites. What are your 3 keys to the game and your score prediction? My 3 keys are running the ball, run the ball effectively with Saquon or Gainwell, finish drives in the red zone, and get ready to go hunt Trevor Lawrence. If the Eagles do all 3 of those things effectively, I believe they'll win 35-13. All right. With that being said, stay tuned for my my quick hits episode tomorrow. I'll expand on these keys a little bit I'll expand on these keys much further in that episode. Have a great day, everybody. And as always, go Birds.